Outer Orange.
Hello and welcome back, guys, to another video. Today we're doing something that I haven't done in a while, actually, and that is called the deck sander deck looking thing. I don't really know what to call it, but I did these videos in the past, especially with the lyrical stuff, and it did really well. Y'all really loved it. So today we're gonna be doing that again, but this time we'll be doing it for set 4 Overdress. We're gonna go and look what's going on with the meta, see what Japan's playing, and kind of just go from there, see what's happening. So let's go and do that right now. This is Deck Sander's blog, so you can go on here and, follow along with me as we look through all the sets and all that stuff. So yeah, good. Thank you, Deck Sanders, always for providing some really awesome stuff. So this is kind of what set 4 is looking like in terms of the percentage of what people have been playing and just, pretty much what's been going on with the meta. And it looks like Magnolia is just going crazy with Sarah Snow right behind it. And then we got Nirvana, Gravidia, Bruce, Bastion, and then so on and so forth. There is a really big love for Magnolia, Sarah Snow, and Nirvana. Like, the amount of tops that these have been bringing has actually been pretty crazy. If we go down here, if I just literally open up Brandgate, look at this. It's just straight Sarah Snow. Like, and then Gravidia as well, and there's like a little bit of Orphis here, but we'll kind of touch upon some of these. I don't know all the stuff for all of these. Like, Nirvana is like one I'm kind of a little bit familiar with, so we might not touch on that one as much as the other ones, but we're just gonna kind of look at some deck lists, kind of see what's going on, peek in here, pick a Nirvana list here, kind of take a look at it here. Let's see what's going on here. So this is the Nirvana list running with the new grade 4, and some orders is here. So as we can see, they're kind of trying to tempo it out here. We got all this stuff. And I am seeing another grade 4 right here. Oh, I'm seeing all the grade 4s. They're all right here. And then the other new grade 4 is down here. I assume that that's what this is right here. So it looks like they're just running the grade 4 engine and just beating their opponent down. I don't know exactly how good or bad this is doing, but I've been hearing a lot of good things about it. It does seem like they are running. I'm pretty sure those are new draws. I can't really tell from here, but I think they are. And of course, we got the OT. And yeah, I really like this order. Actually, I like seeing this kind of stuff. We'll look at one more list and then Nirvana stuff just to kind of see if it's similar to what we've already seen. Oh, this one's a little bit easier to look at least. So we can check this one out. So it looks like it's got this one just has the whole Overdress engine, and then they got the grade 1, and then here's the Trickstar. So this one, maybe I'm just blind. I didn't see the Trickstar's the other one, because here's I like this art so much. It's so cute. But yeah, here's the draws, and then we got the heals. Oh, those are really pretty too. And then we got the crits, and then you just got your full engine here. I like this one. I understand a lot more. I feel like if I were to build Nirvana, I would build it towards this, because this makes a lot more sense to me. We got the grade 4, both grade 4s in here to have like the extra power, restanding, all the 5k, like just pretty much everything you need. And then you're running your backup engine to kind of help you out, and then you got everything else. This new grade 1 I think helps you just pretty much keep your engine moving as well. Barsagra real quick, let's look at some of the new stuff here, what we got going on. So this is Barsagra here. We got the shield, the spear, and the sword kind of combo going on here. And then we got the Trick Moon, which is like some of the new applications, and then some of the new grade 2s that kind of help with Barsagra, and just pretty much helping the engine roll out. So Barsagra is the new trial deck that came out. We'll be seeing a lot of this. This just pretty much forces Barsagra to start like on the grade 3 turn, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's how this whole engine works now. I only know the trial deck Barsagra, but it looks like this is just starting to shape up. Let's look at one more list. There's another Barsagra list. This one is running some of the Eugene. I think this is the Eugene engine portion. This is the Eugene engine, so this is running a little bit of help. And then we got the new stuff in here as well, because it just kind of helps with soul. Eugene just helps with soul and stuff like that, so it's probably pretty useful. All right, so this is sort of what the spear looks like right here. It says that you counterblast, and when this card's armed, you draw a card, and you may play an additional arms this turn, and then you can, if there's your armor, it gets 10k power. So that's actually really good. So you can pretty much start really early with the spear. So obviously the spear is going to start carrying Barsagra a little bit better. So it's just really nice to see this. I'm really excited for Barsagra. Also, this just really helps too, the Trick Moon with the counter charging and extra power. So it's just really good stuff. Next, we do have a Eugene in here. So just one little Eugene. It looks like they're just keeping the normal engine going here with some of the new Eugene support, and honestly, it's kind of hard to tell what some of these units are. I know what these two are. This is this is the neck guy, and then this is one of the old ones. I think it's set 3. This is new, and I think this right here is a little bit new, but looks like Eugene's still doing Eugene things. They are like running less of the weird stuff and just kind of sticking to like the main focus of what Eugene just does, which is like, just doing their thing. Ride line's still the same, so it's like too much has changed. Eugene gang, I hope you guys are doing well out there. We also have a Dragonic Overlord list. Dragonic Overlord is kind of funny to me, so I'm really happy to see some lists. So this is Dragonic Overlord right here. Looks like they're just running the normal, like anything just to kind of help push it. They are running the new order, which states if your Vanguard is Dragonic Overlord, choose one of your units that gets 20k power at the end of turn, is a Blitz order. So this is a new Blitz order they're running just to kind of help with that. They are running a little bit of the old, this is like set 1, set 2 stuff. This is set 1 stuff to get Persona Ride. for Counter Blast if it hits, and then this is the Counter Charger for Draconic Overload. So good to see. And then they have their little helpers for like extra power and extra retire and all that stuff. So overall pretty good stuff. And then running these just because they give you extra shields and just extra movement, and yeah, overall doing overall things. I think this deck has like a random win rate. It just can like randomly win games because it constantly gets a +1 every turn, and then on top of that you're constantly annoying opponents with rears. The only thing I don't like about this is that if you're facing decks that kind of don't have rears that as often, it kind of just like messes up that concept like a little bit. But I think it just depends on the deck. I don't know if there's too many decks that don't ever have rears. But I think stuff like Greedon, I was trying to think of something. I think it's Greedon that I was thinking of that constantly loses rears, and you can't really do too much against that. Like that's what the same problem that Eugene has. If you don't have any rears to attack, that's just kind of just kind of stuck. So good old Dragon Empire. We have a little bit of some love here with Bastion. Let's see what's going on with Bastion. Bastion kind of looks exactly the same. So they're running, nothing has really changed here except, oh yeah, that's right, we had the new Bastion Grade 4. So in the Bastion Grade 4 that restands the whole board, and then we pretty much just have everything else being like the regular engine. I'm seeing that they're still running the original Bastion. I guess sometimes you still want to just stay on this Bastion and only restand one, and you know, really push with this one if you want to wait a turn, which makes sense. Running the new draws here, so that's probably the biggest change. The draws are really awesome, and yet they have the extra 5k, which gives you that awesome 10k guard. So it's pretty great. Not too sure what this does, but I'm sure it just gives extra power, probably just more things to just relate it to grade 3 power up. And you're running the Rocky Ale, I believe this is called, but some people really like this card, some people really hate this card. There's like a no in between with this one, I swear. And then I'm seeing Sophisados. This one's like a pretty like old school deck. Like it still has like a lot of the old stuff like the Alden and the Reflux. But let's look at Hexorb real quick, see what Hexorb's up to. Looks like kind of the same engine here. Oh, what the? Now that's interesting. I actually am very surprised. So a lot of people run the Phantom Blaster Dark kind of version, and then they run like for the ride line, and then you know they run like the usual Fasado. But this one kind of has its own thing going. It's like a whole brand new thing. I don't know too much about Hexorb. I know I'm touching decks I don't know, but I promise I'll get to the decks that I do know. We just haven't really made it there yet. But regardless, it looks like they kind of doing their thing here, and doesn't seem to be bad. This is very interesting to me. I do believe the deck kind of counter charges a little bit, so I guess it's not too much of a problem. But it's just very strange to see something like this. But you know, if it works, it works. I get props to them. Phantom Blaster Dragon. I remember people were talking about this because I think it won like randomly at the very beginning. It's such a weird deck. I faced this as a Prison player, and I hated my life because actually Prison kind of loses this matchup. But we are seeing the new draws, and then they're running a little bit of the new like touch, the new touch of some of the stuff that a little bit of the support that Phantom Blaster Dragon got, but nothing too crazy. Let's go ahead and go over to Brand Gate. So we have Sarah Snow. Let's go down to some of the newer ones. So here we have a Brand Gate list with the Sarah Snow. This one I could talk about because I actually know what's going on here. So I really like this card. This is probably my favorite part. This one that like pretty much brings itself out with another copy of itself. It's pretty cool. And then you're running the girl that she gets, she imprisons, and then she also gets an extra 5k if you have 2 in prison. And then this is the deck out card. You pretty much force your opponent to imprison something to draw a card. And then we also run, this is the new promo. I don't remember what the promo does, but she's pretty much a staple in most decks. And we'll be getting this in English during Set 4's release. I believe it'll be like a little promo pack or stuff like that. You'll notice that they're running the crits here. And then the soul crits. I don't really know why you need the soul crits, but you know, anything's possible. And then we also got the heals, and then we got the draws, and I really like running draws in prison, to be honest. You kind of need it sometimes. This is another reason why you need draws. Like there's another draw engine. And then yeah, obviously they run this for the win con. You pretty much just bind everything and just go kind of psychotic. Not bind, I mean sorry, imprison everything, and you kind of just go psychotic. And then you go from this into this, and then just pretty much go into lethal. They're also running a little bit of the protector here just to give yourself a little bit of protection for everything prisoned. You get that you like -5. It's just kind of just another way to just stay protected. And then we own the rest guide. And then let's see, we got Orphis. There's very little Orphis stuff, but hey, it's still there. Orphis has been kind of in a weird spot for me. I mean, don't get me wrong, I really like Orphis. I just feel like Orphis hasn't changed at all between set 2 and 4. It kind of feels like the same thing, just, you know, another day. This one runs the new grade 2. This one I believe gains power. I think this is the one that gains power, or it gives you or it gives resist to your shield token. I mean Shadow Army token. So it's 1 of 2. They're running less of the Dumbarino and the Boba Mine. I find that hard. This isn't too bad. And then they're running this. Interesting. They're running new draw. I think draw is also very useful in a deck like this nowadays, because if you don't run the Tiger, the grade 1 that lets you search for orders, you need another way to get to them. And this is definitely another way to do that. And with more survivability with these these. It helps Orphis. Orphis kind of just randomly dies sometimes just because you don't have enough shield to survive. By the time you get to your grade 3 turn is something I've been noticing. The Orphis has pretty much what Gravidia, like Gravidia has what Orphis lacks, and that's kind of where the downside is of Orphis right now. It's still a very amazing deck. I think Orphis is amazing. Like, I think it's actually a little bit underrated like recently, but I still think it's a good deck. I do see why it's having trouble topping but right now, at least in set 3, but I think in set 4 it definitely has a chance. So, but we'll see. So let's see what Gravidia's up to. I wonder if Gravidia World is like even a thing. So looks like we got the staple look going on here. So we have our guy. We have the two new things essentially here, and then everything else is pretty much just regular, along with the new meteors. These meteors pretty much count as 2, and then they bind themselves when they're from the bind zone to the drops. That's what those do. And then I see that people have cut this grade 2 out completely here, so that's kind of like the shift that we're seeing there. And then let me check on the grade 3. Ah, yes, this one's pretty nice. This one's pretty nice because it pretty much it lets you take a meteor from your drop zone, put it into your order zone, which is really clean because you can discard. This is probably the best card in here so far. Because the reason why is because you could discard your meteors and then bring them back, which is amazing. So you don't really have to worry about discarding meteors. You can pick up meteors as fast as possible and just kind of use this. That's really, really nice. On top of that, if your opponent's Vanguards are retired and you point, you get 5k, and if you do it 3 times, you get a crit. So if you do the one with the 3, your Vanguard gets a crit, and then this gets a crit on top of that, which is actually pretty clean. And then there's also the grade 2. Let me check the grade 2 real quick as well. Is this a Shurgo right here? And Shurgo pretty much lets you Soulblast 2, choose up to 5 your meteors, and return the deck. And if you return 1 or more, you get 5k. You return 3 or more, you get 5k. And then if you return 5 or more, you get 5k. So essentially, if you just return tot, you get 5k. This isn't too bad because it helps you not deck out. But aside from that, that's like the biggest change in the deck. But overall, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I like it. I'm pretty excited to see kind of where this rolls out. I want to see if we can find a world deck in here because you know this so a lot of people have been experimenting with world decks. This guy's running a new grade 1, but I don't see the world deck in here either. We're running on one of these, and the best grade 3 probably for Gravidia. The best probably the best to port, honestly. That card is just really spicy. Let's see if we can find a world deck anywhere in here. So far we're just seeing the regular. People are just, oh wow, this one's running a lot of the regular meteors, and then only a couple of the new one. Very interesting. And then they still got the Wells engine going in here, and then the grade 3. So they just went on they're going on full onslaught here. They're just like, yeah, screw you, I'm just gonna slaughter you. Let's see if we can find any more. All right, we're just, oh, here's a little bit the world deck, the world engine type of style going in there. If you guys don't know the world style, you pretty much just run the Orphis line instead of the regular Gravidia line, essentially, with the extra 15k just for extra units on the board. Here's another one with the world decks. We are seeing some with here's the Shadow Army token, so we do have a little bit of the world deck in here, kind of doing this thing. But yeah, overall not too bad. I personally wouldn't run these. I would run the 5k ones just because extra shield, but I mean extra power, just power difference, but you know, it is what it is. You got Dark States, you got Brucey Bruce doing Brucey Bruce things, so essentially just another I restand, I do stuff type of thing. Nothing has changed too much in Bruce aside from running the grade 4s and, you know, trimming down on some of this other stuff that you may or may not need. So Bruce hasn't changed too much. Let's go and see another deck real quick, see if they're I don't really know what's going on here. So I was gonna say some decks actually don't do this at all. Like they just don't run any of the grade 4s and actually just run the grade 3 engine and Persona Red and just pretty much have the exact same deck that it's pretty much been. It kind of just depends on the person. And there's also the Quinlu build, which is right here. So this is the Quinlu stuff that we're seeing to kind of just push for game as quick as possible with Eden, a deck I prefer to go into, which is my personal favorite. And then we have Bear Magnus. Bear Magnus shouldn't have changed too much. It just has a bunch of new soul stuff. So this is pretty much like just heavy soul, heavy power. These just pretty much help the engine of Bear Magnus, and then you're pretty much just taking out the stuff that wasn't really doing you as much, but you're still keeping like the main stuff, which is like these, and just running less of this and stuff like that. I like it. I think Bear Magnus is in a really good spot. I watched some games from a Japanese content creator on YouTube that's been like really showing off like this card right here. Like this card's been like the big thing that I've been seeing that's been really pushing. So and then we got a little bit of green on here. Greenon's very unpopular, I'm seeing, and this is with the new stuff. This just kind of helped the deck out a little bit. We are seeing not too much has changed with Greenon. I think they just got a little bit of support to kind of help with that whole, like, I don't have rigors thing. But that's it. We got Stoicheia. Magnolia has obviously been doing insanely well. People have been talking about Magnolia for a hot minute now. Pretty much the grade 4 just kind of goes on onslaught. This card really helps. It just kind of helps with the engine overall of any Magnolia because it doesn't state which kind. This is very interesting. This is an order-based Magnolia, which is very interesting to see here. I actually am surprised. They're running the, I hear that this is actually pretty good because you draw faster, so they are running the Zorga engine into the Magnolia build here, so that's pretty nice. And then you got the Resist, which hopefully, I think we're getting this, I really hope, and you're running the order-based stone, and you're just kind of going ham, and I could definitely see that working actually pretty well. Let's see another list here real quick if they have like a similar engine type going. Yep, they do. Oh, this is Flagberg. Wait, what? Wow. Wow. Was it? Wait. This is Flagler support. This is Zorga support. These are Zorga cards. But it's Magnolia. This is a Flagberg Magnolia Zorga deck. Wow, because they got the orders, they got the Zorga stuff, but they got the Flagberg as the main thing, and then they go into Magnolia, and they have the resisting. Wow, this is an insane deck. I've actually never. I actually wasn't expecting to click on this. I wasn't expecting this at all. This gets your orders back. This helps with the counter charging. This just helps with power. This just does like Flagberg stuff, like restands for a Soul Blast, I believe. So it just gives you more attacks, and you know the grade 4 Magnolia is doing grade 4 Magnolia things. Okay, so this is the Elder. So this is one placed. You can choose a card for Soul Call It, and if you have one or more cards in your soul with the Magnolia, all of your rear guards can attack it and intercept. Interesting. So it's just a crazy aggro, and then this restands. This helps with, oh gosh, this is a very, I think this even helps with restand. Pretty sure this is another Flagberg card that helps restand. This is insane. I actually really like this. I might consider building something like this. It's pretty spicy. But let's hit another random Magnolia, so let's see what happens. Well, this one's completely wild. What is it? Oh, I love the Bison. I low-key love this Bison. And they're also running a little bit of the Flagberg engine. And then they have the Flagberg in their ride line. What is going on here? What are these decks? And then they have the new Draw Girl. The 10K. Wow, Elenia is in here. Elenia is back. Oh my goodness. What? And then they're running the Flagberg, the restanding guy, running the resist card. What are these? What are these Magnolia lists? Oh my goodness. Let's go back another one. Wow. I wasn't expecting all this. I'm not gonna lie. What? It even has the Zorka card in here with the orders. Oh my gosh, this is insane. Sorry, I'm having like a moment. I'm having like a mini like what is happening right now. And you got the dragon that helps you. Oh my goodness. I think I need to start building Magnolia. What have I been doing? What have I been doing looking at other stuff? Magnolia is clearly the way to go. Speaking of Magnolia with Zorka stuff, let's see how Zorga's doing. So here we have Zorga. Zorga's been kind of in a weird spot recently. There's been a lot of talk about how to make Zorga better. So this deck actually is pretty much set 3 Zorga, but with different orders, and they are running the dragon. The dragon's pretty decent later on in the game, so you can like heavy mill for him, which is what I'm kind of seeing here, and then pop him out and then have constant crit and 10k pressure every turn, and then you can kind of just cycle and do your thing, give extra power, you know, have an extra drive. I really like this. I think this is actually really nice with some of the new stuff that we've gotten. Like you can actually get this off a little bit easier now. Just in general, I actually really like this list. It's not, I like the draw too. Just hope you don't deck out, because I do see that this deck I can see this deck decking out pretty fast. They're also running like this thing too. It's pretty interesting to see there. And they are not running the new crit triggers. So let's see, we got another one here. This one runs that. Oh, that's right. That one didn't have the doggy. This one has the doggy and all that stuff. So we got the doggy, and then yeah, we just a lot of people are starting to run this. I'm liking that people are starting to run this more. I actually don't think it's as bad as people think it is. A lot of people are doing this thing where they put the dog behind Vanguard to kind of keep it like more of like a control like type of variant, and they pretty much just use the dog behind Vanguard to constantly just get orders and whatever, and then they just keep popping it with this thing to just pretty much get these out and just do all this weird aquamagic stuff. It's just kind of the go-to, I guess, now. That's what a lot of people have been doing. I am noticing a lot of fronts here. I guess the fronts are just for, you know, constant hello there, you're just going to take this. Oh yeah, pretty good stuff. So that's Zorga, and then we have one little Flagberg list here. So we got little Flagberg list going on, and pretty much just the pure Flagberg with the touch of the new guy, because he restands. It just gives you extra power, and you know we do have a little bit of order, and we do see the Zorga ride line, which cracks me up how much of the Zorga ride line we're seeing. We got the Nectar in here, and the Flagberg support. That's pretty interesting. Very interesting stuff. Zorga ride line coming through. Got Larone in second place. Let's see what Larone's doing. I assume the list hasn't changed too much. This one's running the extra. I don't think this card's bad. It gets extra power and stuff like that, and then you know you could just use it being just on the field to kind of feel this a little bit more later on and stuff like that, so it's not too bad. And then we also got more Larone. Let's see what the new Larone list looks like. So this is a brand new one that recently topped. So again, you're still running the Draw Girl. This is the Counter Charge Girl. This is the I gain 5k, become a 13k booster. You got your big Shield Girl, and then you got draws, crits, and pretty much we're at this point Lyrical Monstera is just waiting for the new crits and the new draws and new fronts and all that stuff to kind of just get its fuel back, because right now it's kind of in a rough spot with all this new stuff. So that's that. So nothing too much has changed there. So we got, of course, the top of the kit. See it. So let's see how Felty Rose is doing. Felty Rose is still getting a top somewhere here and there. It can randomly pop off and kill you, and this is just a very standard list here. There's nothing too wild here, just all the ghosts, this is kind of interesting to see. A lot of people don't run this. So then we also got the Ellis Steel list. I've actually been finally seeing Ellis Steel in action. If you guys don't remember or do remember, a couple months back when I was first looking at these lists, I had no idea what Ellis Steel does. Now I do know what Ellis Steel does, so I can actually talk about it. So this is a pure White Wing list. They're not running any Black Wing stuff aside from obviously the triggers. So they're running the extra Extra power up, extra. They're not running there. There's that one winged lady. Oh, is that Black Wings? Oh my god, that is a Black Wings. That's a Black Wings unit. That's crazy. I'll talk about her in a second. She's actually really interesting. But anyway, there's that one girl that you Soul Blast 2 gives something like crazy power depending on how many like odd units you have. It's really good. And I'm actually surprised people don't run that. Or I think this was the one that gives you shield. So it's not terrible. And then this is the one that just gives you just ways to change the. This one gives you the way to change the trigger, which is good. This was the the odd place counter boss 1. Give 5k and a crit, or 15k and a crit to everything. Pretty much that is, you know, for every odd number. So to your rear guards, you can just give a ton of power. So pretty much makes every column hit for crits and power. This is the one that gives you both wings. And then this is really interesting. So this card says when it attacks while boosted, you can bounce a card back to hand, or you can put her into soul and take a card from soul out and put it into your hand. So you can essentially loop Persona Rides with this card, which is what I do in my Kyrie build. So if you already Persona Road once, you can actually just, you know, put this into soul, grab your Atlas Steel and just bring it out. Regular ride lines, nothing too crazy there. Just normal list. And I'm never too surprised to see some of this list top, because like honestly this deck just has insane card pressure, and if you just hit your pieces like pretty spot on, which most of the time you will, you can kill your opponent. Like your opponent can be at 2 damage and then they'll just randomly die because you say no guard to their Vanguard and they go crit for game and you just lose. And that's pretty much it. That's all the decks that we've seen so far. We have some Shaman King stuff, and I think Token Rambu has been doing some stuff here, but I don't know anything about Token Rambu and the names confuse me, so I don't think I can even tell y'all what's going on in here. But here's kind of the list. If you need a second to look at them, here they are. They look really pretty. They're pretty boys and they're doing pretty boy things. I heard there was a promo that came to Japan, so maybe that's why we're seeing some lists here. We got some Shaman Kings, very beautiful looking cards. No idea what the heck they're doing, but they exist. This is really cute. This is really cute. I really like all of this. These are all super cute, but I have no idea what any of these cards do. But other than that's pretty much it. That's kind of what Japan's looking at for set 4 so far. We are getting set 4 pretty soon, so you can probably pull from here. This is Deck Standard's blog. All right, so I'm back. Hope you guys enjoyed that. If you saw some deck lists that you're interested in, maybe it'll help you build some stuff, help you kind of understand kind of how meta's doing, all this stuff. I'm sorry if I wasn't super informed about like every single little thing that's been going on. There's just a lot of cards that have been coming out, and there's been a little bit of a break since the set 4 cards have been getting announced, and we had a bunch of lyrical stuff, so I kind of forgot what some of the skills do. But I remember some of the stuff, mainly for Gravidia and Zorka, is like the big ones I remember for. The other ones I'm kind of like, I know the boss units, like the grade 4 and stuff like that. It's the support that I'm kind of like, I don't remember exactly what that does. Tell me what you are considering building, what you are interested in. I'm obviously interested in keeping my Gravidia deck going. I have it fully max rarity now, so I'm really excited to see this to just to improve on that deck, and you know, not have to worry about deck out as much now, potentially, depending if I run the new grade 2 or not. And I'm interested in upgrading Orphist and Zorga, obviously, and I'm waiting on Lyrical Monasterio so I can upgrade Kyrie. That's kind of where my interests are. But what about you? Tell me what your thoughts are on that, guys. I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna peace out. I'm gonna go do orange things, so I'll catch you guys later. So peace out. Das Svidania. See you guys next time. Bye.